Lads, like, of course this was going to happen. So if you guys didn't see yesterday, obviously the Dallas Wings played against the Minnesota Lynx. And, like, a flagrant foul can't happen, be called correctly on the day without something going crazy. Doesn't matter who it's by. Does not matter who it's by. At this stage, it's getting a little bit ridiculous. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. Like, I recorded this. I made a video breaking down his game, and I gave my piece on the foul, and like, not that much was happening because nobody was watching the game and didn't see overall what happened. Just everything that happened, and I tweeted out, this picture was going around last night, and I said it, I think, in my game breakdown. In my game breakdown, I was talking about this picture. So it was like posted without comment, where you can see Dijonai clawing Jessica Shepard's face. And I'm like, this, when you put this in slow motion, and any flagrant foul looks bad in slow motion. In real time, the dumbest thing, like, it was dumb. It was dumb and reckless. Like, the only person, and by the way, she didn't get her eye. She ended up hitting her like here. She barely grazed her head. Like, you can say, oh, the intent is there. I'm sorry. But it wants to go viral. Do we not remember last year when she chased Caitlin around the court doing that? Like, do we not remember? She hit a three and it runs in front of Caitlin Clark doing that, and Caitlin just is ignoring her. And the next possession, Caitlin shoots a step back in her face, and she's still trying to chase Caitlin doing that. Like, Dijonai Carrington just wants to go viral. Like, look, you don't have to like Dijonai Carrington. I don't like Dijonai Carrington. I think she's a hoop. I think she's a baller. I would, like, as a basketball player, I would absolutely love her on the Fever. She plays on the edge. The referees let her away with so much, and she plays on the edge, and she does exactly what is needed. Like, she is the type of player you would love to have in your team, but hate playing against her as a basketball player. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. But, like, she does mad stuff, and she nearly took Paige Bueckers out. And by the way, people are like, oh, Dijonai squared up, nobody wants to smoke. I said this in my video yesterday. Jessica Shepard would beat the crap out of all but about 4 WNBA players. That is a fact. Like, you do not want to mess with Jessica Shepard. But obviously, this post only 500 likes, but so many of them are going viral. But, like, look at the play in real time. I'm sorry. Like, so she's coming through, and she just goes through her back. Like, there is no way in real time. Maybe, like, looking at this situation here. If we look at it in real time, she goes through her back and it slaps down on her head. And people were like, oh, she's intentionally eye gouging. No, she slapped her in the head. It was a reckless play. It was dangerous play. I think it was all of that, but she did not try to eye gouge her. She didn't. Like, there is no way, like, there's absolutely no way that happened. And again, was there absolutely no regard for whether or not she hurt Jessica Shepard? Yeah, I agree. People are like, oh, she pulled her hand back. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what humans do. That's what humans do, when you bring your hand forward, you kind of pull it back in. That's what humans do. Was it a flagrant 1? Yes. Could it have been called a flagrant 2? Yes. Was it more dangerous to Paige Bueckers than anyone else? Because Paige Bueckers was the person who had to break Jessica Shepard's fall. Could she have blown out her teammate's knee? Yeah. Like, that is what, like, realistically, that is what the conversation should be about. Because she wanted the Kiki Iriafen viral meme. Because as soon as she did it, look at what she does as soon as she did it. As soon as she did, she walks towards Jessica Shepard and just tries to do the Kiki Iriafen face. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get to plow through somebody's back, almost injure a teammate, and then say, yeah. And then, like, claim that you've done nothing. Like, and people are like, stand on business. She's like trying to laugh at it. I'm like, no, you're just Pat Bev. You're not Draymond. You're Pat Bev. Like, realistically, you're Pat Bev. That's it. And, like, look, and I mean this when I say this. It was a dangerous play only for Paige. It was, and I'm like you also don't have to like Dijonai to know that she did not try to eye gouge somebody. She didn't. She did not try to do this. She committed a dangerous foul. And it is what it is. The referees dealt with it on the time. They went with the more lenient of sides, calling it a flagrant 1. Could have been called a flagrant 2. Because of the slow motion. When I watched it in real time, I'm like, obvious flagrant 1. Like, let's not call it something that's not. Obvious flagrant 1. And they didn't call a flagrant 1 in real time, went to the monitors. And then in slow motion, it looked like a flagrant 2 because it was a flagrant 1 for going to her back. And also the even an accidental hit near the eyes is a flagrant. Like, it is. It is, especially in a reckless play. So the referees dealt with it. It was fine. Dijonai had a bad game in general. Like, Dijonai Carrington has not had a good start to the season. Like, of Dijonai and Alyssa Smith's been better. And look, she's trying to be the Draymond. She's trying to be, like, when a lot of people are like, oh, Angel Reese trying to be the villain. At the end of the day, I don't even think Angel Reese trying to be the villain. Dijonai's trying to be the villain. Dijonai is trying to be the villain of the WNBA story. And, like, I don't know why she decided to do this. There's no rhyme or reason to doing this. And by the way, Paige Bueckers had a block. She could have injured her own teammate. I don't understand why she chose to do this, but at the end of the day, this happens in ball all the time. All the time. And the reason why this ended up happening was she tried to make it look like she went for the ball. And realistically, just so that maybe they call a common foul while she takes somebody out. Realistically, that is exactly like, that is what players do all the time. If you ever play ball, you know, sometimes you just want to take somebody out. And every single player who's ever played basketball will tell you that. And sometimes you don't want to get chucked. You don't want to chuck. You don't want to be a flagrant. And you make it look like you've gotten the ball. You try to make it look like you're getting ball. And that's all it was. That is all it was. Look, you can criticize Dijonai for certain stuff. She is not going around trying to eye gouge people. Did it happen twice? Yeah. You could make the argument that she's going around trying to hit people in the head. Like, I think that is an argument. Like, that is an argument that can be made. I genuinely think that's an argument that can be made because in her last 7 games, she has needlessly hit people in the head on follow-throughs. She's done it twice in her last 7 games. And if it's not intentional, it's something that needs to be, from her perspective, it's something that needs to be worked on. Like, if she is accidentally swiping at people's heads constantly, and by the way, constantly, like twice in 7 games is kind of too much. If she's accidentally swiping at people's heads, then yeah, that can be said. Like, look, something needs to be done to stop it. And in fairness, the referees called it right this time. Or at least called it where you could argue it's the right call. They didn't leave it as a no call. Like, they didn't make a blatant flagrant 1, potentially flagrant 2, like the playoffs, a no call. So I don't really mind this. At the end of the day, look, this is basketball. There's going to be hard fouls everywhere, and it's the job of the referees to make the right call in the day. This is not suspension worthy. It is, even if there is a pattern for Dijonai, and even if you believe all these are intentional, it's the job of the referees. And I think in this scenario, the referees maybe err a little bit lenient, but I'm cool with them being a little bit lenient rather than ignoring it. Last year, these type of plays were ignored. This year, at least, they're being lenient with it, which I'm fine with. Which I'm absolutely fine with. Like, the referees last year was a weird one. Like, I remember Caitlin got away with the most obvious flagrant foul in history last year. Like, she went for the ball on Jordan Canada and got nowhere near the ball and just swiped on Jordan Canada's head. No malice, nothing. And I'm like, flagrant. I remember watching it, I was like, flagrant. It is what it is. No malice, but it's fine. And again, look, the only person who knows, like, this one is very obviously a wind up through somebody's back. This is like, there's no like, you can make the argument that it was a reckless swipe in for the Caitlin Clark situation. And this, I do think the hit in the head was reckless more than anything, but there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She charged down the court to jump through someone's back in the air. Like, that is a reckless play, a dangerous play. And look, you hope it doesn't happen too often, but unfortunately, I've watched enough Dillon Brooks. I've watched enough Draymond Green. I've watched enough of these players. I watched the bad boy Pistons back in the day. There are always going to be players that do this. And it's up to the refs to ref Dijonai like a proper WNBA player, not just let Dijonai away for everything. So honestly, in this situation, I think, look, I'm not going to fault Dijonai. She's like, it's Dijonai. It's Dijonai. She's as dirty a player as it comes in the WNBA. Her, AT, Sophie Cunningham, like Marina Mabry. Marina Mabry just crash out. Like, she just crashes out, and she just looks like she wants to get involved in any fight. So I won't even consider Marina Mabry. But the three of them are, like, in my opinion, levels above. And you know what? You want to have a dirty player that gets away with it on your team. And the Fever have Sophie Cunningham, who is one of the dirtiest players in the league. So that's a positive. That is a positive. And yeah, that is the video. I'll see you guys.